It's like the lady from Misery. You know, Misery was a movie that was based off of a novel. And there was a nurse that was obsessed with after pregnancy, after birth abortions, or late trimester abortion. When the fetus or the embryo was mature, she was obsessed with aborting those children. In some type of way, Paul Shelton, she was a fanatic about Misery. You know, I guess Misery was a child in Annie Wilkes' mind should have been aborted. So she was head over heels and she was just addicted to knowing what was next with Misery. Where is she going? What is she thinking? What is she going to eat for breakfast? What is she going to put on? You know what I'm saying? Like, she was a real fanatic like that. So when she found out that the author was going to be going through their neck of the woods, she kindly put a noose around one of his tires and snatched him off the road, you know, through a snow slick. You know what I mean? The weird thing about it is that the police and the sheriff knew exactly what was going on. They was like, man, we got the big fish, we got the people that make the big fish and the tartar sauce, and we got some guy that want to write about it and make a movie about it right here in Monkey Town. And guess what? On top of that, we got crazy nurse, goddamn Crips, Miss C. She's a Crip, and they call her Miss C. She done abducted the mother sucker, man. Got him right where we can go get him. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So they knew all about it, man. But they was like, hey, while we milking this cow, we gonna milk this cow till ain't no more milk left. You know what I mean? There was a small town. They ain't got nothing going on. See, to you, football, it means a lot. But in Tuscaloosa, it don't mean nothing. You know, because that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? It's just like here in Montgomery. People come from everywhere. Look at those Sonatas and Santa Fe's. You don't give a damn about no Santa Fe. You wouldn't drive one to save your life. You know what I'm saying? You out there, the thing that's making your economy move, you would not buy a Hyundai to save your economy. You'd rather drive anything but that. But people coming from far and different countries and stuff just to see you make them cars. They like, oh my Lord. I can't believe I'm watching a Montgomery, Alabamian make a foreign car right here in Alabama, in the heart of Dixie. You know what I'm saying? You don't care nothing about it. Goddamn Kim can't even get you to smile. Smile for the fucking camera. Smile. Dr. Ho wants you to smile. Smile. Smile for the camera. Can't even get you to smile and pull your britches up. You see what I'm saying? So that's the thing down there with Annie Wilkes. When she was aborting them babies, they didn't really care about that. Why? Because she bought turkeys for Turkey Day. She went down there to Tuskegee and went down to Alabama State, and she put dressing and turkeys on those HBCU tables. And they let her, what do you like to do for fun, nutty nurse? She liked aborting babies after birth or late trimester babies, and they gave her a ticket to do it because she fed the students turkeys during Turkey Day. It was just like a yin-yang. It was a nasty relationship. But they said they got to compensate her some kind of way. They got to let her scalpel back. Let her have her scalpel. Let her have some anesthesia and some propofol. And let her have, for feeding the children, that Alabama State, their mom and daddy won't even send them no money, that she's giving them turkeys out of turkey season. And dressing and tater salad, stuff like that. And what happened was, she was really getting nuttier and nuttier by the day. And she made a mistake and intentionally killed the sheriff, because she said that the sheriff was getting a little too, he was doing more investigating than she wanted, When she told him everything's all right, I got this under control. And he was like, hold on, Miss Wilkes. There's something suspicious going on, and she shot it, As soon as he turned his back, she shot him in the back. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I go, because people start getting comfortable, you know what I'm saying? They get comfortable with you and they don't realize, just like going to school. Like I went to school with Andrea Yates. You know, I met her kids one time before she drowned all of them. And she was right up there at Huntsville. She was trimming up her education at the University of Alabama in Huntsville, North Alabama. I think this time she was at North Alabama, and she drowned those kids like Bobby Castrino back to back. And she got 4 national championships back to back in a row, more than the Chicago Bulls. You know, so unfortunately I knew the lady, but I didn't know that she would snap like the OWN network that Oprah Winfrey used to do, goddamn, an Oxygen marathon. Snap, girls go nutsy bobo, because they do it, but they don't go to jail for it. And you will be surprised. You have to watch Snap's marathon to understand that women do some heinous ass shit, and they don't get in trouble for it. I'm talking about, man, women do some shit you would not believe. You have to listen to the authorities tell you the stuff that they doing, because they do it. Man, they do murder, serial killing, they do all kind of shit. I'm talking about they do a lot of stuff, and they don't get a lot of credit for it. You know? Therefore, lay down. Sometimes you got to tell Jenny and Kelly, I know you don't get whoopings and stuff like that. I know you don't get in trouble, and your dad and your mama, I know they don't do nothing to you for the stuff that you're doing, but please sit down. If I can just have a few minutes of your time, I want to educate you on the real associate degree that you need before you go any further. You need this associate's degree. You need to learn it. Because your mom and daddy, they can't be aware of what you're doing. They don't know. They don't know the trouble that you're in. And that's what I would have told Natalie Holloway. I would have told her that. You're not aware of the dangers that you know. You're not aware of it. I would have told Marilyn Monroe, same thing. I would say, you know this guy, the vet that's over there at the Ramses tech school teaching y'all shit? That man's a serial killer. You know, he might have a nice smile and shit like that. You might think he's a good lover. That man's a fucking serial killer. You know what I mean? He kill people. I mean, he kill people for fun. I'm talking about for real. Like Jack the Ripper. You know, that's what he does. That's his forte. That's when you out there testing wine and cheese and testing cheeses and going out to Parisians and Gafers. This man's sitting up here writing on who he finna knock off. He writing while you up there talking about, oh, I just love doing it this way in this position. He sizing you up and putting you in the casket right there. He don't see beautiful. He don't see fine. He see goddamn a life insurance policy that he gonna get the benefits off of before the family do. That's how he sees it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. No, so a lot of time we have to pray for Jenny and we have to pray for Kelly because they don't know. If they knew, they wouldn't be in that situation. Unless they in love with a vampire, if you're in love with Dracula, and that's the only way you can't pull out of it, you know? Because you should be able to pull out, you know? You should be able, like, this shit too spooky, I don't want to do it no more, you know? You should be able to. But you never knew that the Hasselhoff, you never knew that he was Graham Stoker, the real Dracula, baby. I'm talking about, man, the real Dracula in the flesh, you know, the real thing. You know what I'm saying? Got 4 girlfriends right there where you can see them on TV. The girls next door. You know? Hey, they don't have a problem with it. Let's go. Come on, girls. You know, they're completely clueless, but they are consenting. They have signed the papers that they consent to doing it. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? He up there, goddamn, 130 years old. 130 years old, goddamn, he only weighed 20 pounds soaking wet. And they still loved him and kissed him and went everywhere he wanted to go. And that was somebody's child. That's what you gotta realize. That was somebody's child, and they mama and daddy, they knew exactly what was going on. And you know what they mom and dad was more concerned about? When are they gonna get they cut? I know sooner or later I'm gonna be driving a Mercedes-Benz. I know sooner or later my baby gonna make the right moves and we gonna be moving out there to House of Young East. Out there to Win Licks and Dip Park. You know what I mean? But you more concerned about material things than the safety of your child or the safety of your own damn self. And a lot of times you do find that most people, and it's like, man, that's innocent. That's natural. That's the way it's supposed to be. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, you're supposed to be making sure before you looking at material things and money that this individual is a suitable individual to be dealing with. Ain't that right, Lane? You ain't supposed to be focused on material things. This man could bless me. You ain't supposed to be focused on that. You supposed to be focused on goddamn, are you gonna be here tomorrow? If this man might be dangerous as hell, man. Man might be a serial killer. How the hell you know? You know what I'm saying? But if it was anybody else, goddamn, they would have been in prison. They would have been in prison just for approaching your child. You know what I'm saying? With that malarkey. Now you're a pervert. You know what I'm saying? But because you already knew, this man got yachts and lake houses and mansions, you trusted him. You know what I'm saying? Not because he was trustworthy. No, because he had material things. Because he has money. You know, you trust money, not people. You know what I'm saying? That's who you trust. You trust money before you trust your loved ones or your family. You trust money. You know what I'm saying? When your people really need you, you're not there for them. Why? Because you're too busy being dedicated to people that have material things. And that's just the way it goes. And I tell you, like, it's sad, but it's true. It might smell like a peanut butter parfait. It might smell like a blizzard, you know what I'm saying? But that guy's a pervert too. Just like Larry Nassar, like, you know. When them girls complain and they said that guy was raping them. You know what? Man, this white girl said that her mama and daddy said, no, he's not. That doctor's not raping you. Said the babysitter said the same thing. They said the girl was telling, she said she was telling her mama and daddy that the doctor was doing something to her. And she's like, no, he's not. And you know why? Because they thought the doctor had money. Like, he had money and influence that can help them get to where. So if they lobbied for the doctor and said that the doctor was right and they kids was wrong, they'd be able to move out there to Deer Park. Sooner or later, we'll be moving out here to Deer Park. Sad, but it's true. The damn doctor ain't even making. He ain't even making goddamn six figures, like that. He ain't even made it out of the 5-figure park yet. Like. And they up there praising him like he goddamn next to Jesus Christ. Now he's still in a 5-digit ball part, like that. And I tell you, and that's bad when you got that many women riding that man. Look how many women depending on that man for influence and credit and stuff. And he ain't even making 6 figures yet. He ain't even made it. He depending on the state for the state to give him like some Medicaid jobs and shit for him to make ends meet. He ain't even a celebrity doctor. He barely making it for real. He can barely afford the few luxuries that he have. But look how many women praised him and stuff because they thought he was affluent. They thought he was wealthy, but he wasn't. Like, at the end of the day, when they found out he was broke, that's when they said, okay, you're right. This motherfucker's a pervert. You know what I'm saying? Because they went in his bank account and they found out he didn't have no money. Then they said, let's prosecute him. Right? Because they thought he was sitting on a whole lot of money. And when they went out and found he didn't have no money, that's when they said he was a crook. But while they was thinking he was out there in California and Hollywood living a life of luxury, they was with him, man. They was right there with him. Told the girl, you don't know what you talking about. That doctor ain't did nothing to you. She up there calling the man on three-way and stuff like that. Like he finna put her in the goddamn townhouses and shit in one day for kissing his ass and stuff on three-way. Sad, but it's true. Like, very unfortunate, very sad, but very true. But like I said, like, you don't have to believe me now, but you'll believe me one day. Those people in Andalusia, they believed in Michael Dubose until 1998. You know what I mean? They didn't believe in him no more.